everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our history series. And this week we're going to talk about the 1960s. We have a few more weeks of this series. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me get right into it. What happened during the 1960s? I first want to say I was born in March of 1965. I'm 56 years young. My husband was born in December of 57, and he remembers more about the 1960s. I know a little bit about it, but I did a little research and I have a few things to share, but I'm going to tell you a couple memories of my husband as well. So let me get right into it. First of all, I want to mention that 1960s was the longest uninterrupted time of economic expansion. So that is one thing to know about it. There was a lot of changes going in the 1960s. We did obviously have the Vietnam War, and our federal deficit was driven up. So I will mention that. We did have more welfare programs coming out and social spending coming out. So those were some of the changes. People were then, and I did not know this, people were starting to shop more discount chains. Back actually when I grew up, and this is in the 70s, my dad never really enjoyed the discount chains. He didn't feel that the merchandise was quality. Now this is for me growing up in the 70s, but discount chains were becoming more popular. Also, pre-existing corporations were starting to merge and become larger. That was another change that was happening. Also, a lot of the manufacturing and industry jobs were kind of going away. You know, computers were starting to come, so there was a lot of change going on in the 1960s. There was car buying going on, but people were starting to get away from buying American cars, and they were buying more smaller cars and starting to buy foreign cars. Gas back then was between 25 and 35 cents a gallon. My husband said he remembers hearing on the news in the 1960s gas wars. So especially in Detroit, so you might have one gas station that's 35 cents and then they see that and then they lower their price to 30 cents, and it got to be so much that the gas wars were going on and people kept lowering their prices, and he remembers gas going down as low as 8 cents a gallon. So I don't know if any of you remember that. I don't remember that. I remember the 1960s a little bit, but I remember more of the late 1960s because I was like 3-4 years old. So that's one of the things going on there. So these are just some of the changes. I would love to know from you guys where you live, because I'm primarily talking United States, but I have people viewing this channel from all over the world, and just because of what I say was relevant in the United States, your experience may be different for where you live. So I want to ask today, if you want to share what year you're born, I know that's kind of a personal question, feel free. And if any of you have memories of the 1960s you want to share from where you grew up, I would certainly love to hear from you. And before signing off, I want to ask any of you that would like to, if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if any of you are interested in becoming part of our frugal family, I would sure love it. I try to provide a lot of variety on this channel, so we have a little something for everybody, and we would love to have you part of this community. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.